Look, 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 look. Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Yo, in respect for him, we're calling Chinese places, ordering food, and not picking it up. We ain't talking about no one order. We're running it up. Justice for him, okay?
Yeah, that little Asian boycott we doing, yeah, we about to take it a step further. Here's what we're doing. We're calling all of the Asian takeout places. We're placing a big ass, fat ass motherfucking order, and we're telling them we're gonna pay when we pick it up. And then what we're gonna do, we're never gonna fucking pick the shit up.
Santa King, how can I help you?
Yes, can I place an order for 10 sesame chicken dinners?
I'm so sorry, say that one more time.
Can I place an order for 10 sesame dinners and 10...
Petulant children. Petulant children. That's what these people are. These are the people that are raising the generation of Black Americans that perpetually engage in stupid, reckless, vile, and horrible behaviors that impact the Black community and the outside walls. Children raising children. What more do I need to say? It's already one thing when you want to sit that you want to boycott Asian businesses, like whatever. But it's another thing for you to just go a step mile and try to be a nuisance to fucking other businesses. Like, that just says a lot about your mental age and your lack of emotional maturity. Like, especially the Black moms of these communities, like, they never beat the allegations of being mentally 14 to 15 years old and not growing up. And then having children and then raising these children to be like them. Or more accurately, children raising them. This is a blatant form of abuse right here. You have a certain subset of Black people terrorizing Asian-owned businesses and just Asian people in general, because statistically speaking, Black Americans are more likely to perpetuate violent, fatal, and non-fatal crimes against Asians than Asians are to do it against Black Americans. That's just the truth, for that matter, for one. So the audacity for Black people to be so perpetually angry at like anti-Blackness among the Asian community when they themselves are actually more likely to perpetuate anti-Asian hate crimes against Asians than vice versa. Side tangent, but anyways, when you have a certain subset of Black people terrorizing Asians and Asian-owned businesses, and then Asians recognizing patterns in their behavior and retaliating and not tolerating the bullshit that they do, the instance where it leads to probably going a little too far or going crazy or leading to senseless behavior, then you have all these BLM activists, people just coming out of the woodworks and trying to sit there and portray these subset of Black people as if they're these wholesome, law-abiding citizens that never do anything wrong, and that the Asians that are perpetually dealing with the bullshit that comes from that subset of Black people, are like there in the sideline. They try to villainize them and make them out to be these monsters that are just super blatant racist and just have it out for Black people as a whole. It's like the mental gymnastics with these people is so disgusting and so exhausting. This is just abuse, like straight up. Like you have a slightly larger set of subset of Black people coddling the ghetto ratchets of the community who terrorize other people and make excuses for them all day, every day. And just expect everybody else to tolerate that as well, just because they support it. Like, it's insane, the level of gaslighting, the level of abuse, the level of this victim complex, the narcissism. Like, I've briefly addressed how a lot of people who are participating in pro-social justice movements, like, tend to be extremely, like, there's, like, a large or a noticeable subset of people with narcissistic tendencies joining these movements to further self-aggrandize themselves and make themselves look like they're holier than thou moral virtues, or moral, like these pedestals and idols of icons of moral virtue and all that stuff. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, and this is just another instance of that. Meanwhile, actively completely ignoring and completely disregarding and making excuses, again, for the most often times where the subset of Black people terrorizing, harming Asian people. Like, statistically speaking, the Asians have way more of a right to be angry with the Black community than vice versa. Way more, considering the actual numbers at hand. But again, you don't see like Asian Americans like uniting together to actively tear down Black-owned businesses or perpetuating like anti-Blackness, or trying to actively justify anti-Black behaviors and using the statistics and all that experiences to actively push down the Black community. They're not doing that. But the much rare instance where is an Asian person standing up for themselves against a specific subset of Black people, not even just in general case of like genuine anti-Black hatred of one random Asian person just terrorizing or harming in just a standard Black American citizen just because. No, just elements of this Black person being a thug, or wannabe thug, or an actual criminal actively trying to harm Asian people, and they're trying to spin it around as if it was just senseless racism. Like, the gaslighting cannot be for real with these people.